Sometimes I forget how much your self-image affects your confidence. Like, I wasn't feeling that great today, just feeling really like blah, and then I put on some makeup, changed out of PJs, and I just feel so much better about myself. The confidence just got a little bit boosted. Sometimes you have to look the part, even if you don't feel the part. You can change how you feel from the outside in. I went apple picking for the first time a couple weeks ago for my birthday with Wilson and Togi, and it was so fun. First time going to an orchard, picking the apples from the trees, and you guys know I love like my fruit bowls and I love having an apple. So I'm just very proud that I literally picked this for myself, and I've been making my fruit bowls with them. Look, we all go through phases in life where we're feeling low, confused, unsure of ourselves, unsure of our paths in life. I know I can't be the only one that goes through these phases. Every once in a while, I'm just like, who am I? Who am I becoming? What am I supposed to be doing right now? And you're just not sure because life doesn't feel like 100% aligned. Like something's a little off, your energy's a little off, and you know what, that's okay. We all go through it. So today I just wanted to share 10 reminders for if you're feeling low or confused in your life. Number one, growth happens outside of your comfort zone. Maybe you've been too much in your comfort zone, too long in your comfort zone, to the point where you're just starting to feel like meh, everything's blah. Nothing's too exciting because you're not challenging yourself or you're not pushing yourself to do the brave thing or the scary thing. Maybe there are things in your life that you've been avoiding and you've just been playing in the safe space. And if you do that for too long, it does become too comfortable and growth doesn't happen because growth happens outside of your comfort zone. Number two is the reminder that sometimes you have to fight for what you want, and it's not going to be easy. This is something that I was reminded because in my last video, I talked about a song I wrote called The War, and I'll link that here if you want to watch it. But that song reminded me of that phase in life where you truly do feel like you have to fight to be who you want to be, to fight for what you want, because you're literally so far from it and you have all these barriers and limitations between you and what you want, between you and who you really want to be. It's not gonna be a smooth sailing. You literally gotta fight through all those things, whether it's fighting through limiting beliefs, fighting through fears, fighting through just all the things that scare you, all the things that hold you back. Fight for your confidence, fight for your worth. Sometimes we have people in our lives that are holding us down or they don't believe in us or whatever. So you have to find that warrior strength in you to truly like push back and truly fight for what you want. It's not always easy. It's not always gentle. Sometimes you have to be that like strong, fiery energy. Like, I can do this. I'm gonna do it no matter what. Number three, this feeling and this phase in life that you're in is a sign pointing you towards realignment. It's guiding you to realign your life to the path that you're supposed to go. You're feeling a little off because either you're not on that path or you've swayed from that path, or you're just not moving forward in the way that maybe would be best for you. So take this as an opportunity to reflect deeply about your life. What is it that I feel like is missing? What is it that I feel like I can change in my life to feel more aligned to who I want to be and what I want out of my life? It's simply an opportunity to reflect. Number four is a reminder that life is not linear. Life is always gonna have its ups and downs. Otherwise, it would be boring. It would be boring if life was good all the time, because then that good would become your baseline and then you would eventually get bored. You would take it for granted and you would not appreciate it. Life is not linear. Growth is not linear. Healing is not linear. There are times where you feel like you've backtracked when in reality, it's all part of the journey. So instead of expecting things to go well all the time, accept and embrace and ride the ups and downs of life. It builds character. It adds more depth to your story. Being able to experience the lows of the lows, make the highs that much more enjoyable and exhilarating and worth it. Trust that everything happens for your growth, and that is even better. Number 5, maybe it's time to change your strategy. Maybe you've been doing the same thing for way too long, and if that same thing is not working, it doesn't really help you to continue doing that same thing again. Take a step back, reflect, and say, okay, how can I approach this from a new perspective? How can you do things differently so that you can spark a different outcome? Number 6, whatever it is you want, just do the thing and always do your best. The time will pass anyway. Maybe you're feeling low and stuck because you're not on the right path that you want to be on. And something deep down just knows that this is not right. This is not it. And yet you've been held back by your fears. You've been held back by self-doubt. Just go for what you want and always do your best. Regardless of what you do, how you spend your time, the time is gonna pass anyway. Whether you choose to spend that time going after what you want, aligning with your true desires and your true path, or not, the time is gonna pass anyway. So why don't you just spend that time giving yourself your best chance at life instead of just waiting around for, I don't know, something to change? Just go after it. It doesn't matter how hard it is. It's always gonna be worth it doing that thing because you don't wanna be wasting your time doing anything outside of that. Number 7, this is all for your character development. So if you look at your life like a story or a movie, everything that you go through, every obstacle, every challenge, every low point is for character development. I saw this on a TikTok, and one thing I learned was this phrase, do it for the plot. Your life is a story, it's a movie, and whether something will succeed or fail, it doesn't matter. Do it for the plot, do it for the character development. When you look at it that way, it's like you can do no wrong because whether things go well or they don't go well, it all adds to the plot. It's all part of your character development. And we know that we relate to and love characters that have like a lot of growth. They have a lot of development in their story. They go from the depths to the triumph, and we love stories like that. When you are going through a low point or a tough situation, just think about that. And whatever your decision is, do it for the plot. Reminder number 8, invest in yourself. It's always a good idea to invest in yourself, but especially when you're going through a tough time or you're in a low point, this is the time to be investing in yourself. Pour money, time, and energy into your self-care, into your wellness, into your overall well-being. Invest in yourself by starting to do positive habits like meditating, journaling, go to therapy, all these things that can build yourself up. Just nourish yourself in this time. It's the best thing that you can do for yourself all the time, but especially when you're feeling low. Number 9, it's also a great time to expand yourself. Expanding yourself entails learning, reading, exploring new things, going on adventures, doing things that expand your mind, deepen your knowledge. Maybe you want to deepen your expertise in something, build a skill. This is the perfect time to do it because if you are feeling stuck in life, or maybe you feel like you've hit a plateau of some sort, maybe all the skills and knowledge that you've accumulated up to this point brought you to this point, but they're not enough to bring you to the next level. In order to get to the next level, you have to expand yourself and become a bigger, more evolved version of yourself so that your world and opportunities will also expand. Number 10, always make space for gratitude, and especially find gratitude for how far you've come. It's no secret by now that having gratitude leads to you feeling more happy and fulfilled in your life. Sometimes we get fixated on the current moment and the current feelings that we have in our lives that we forget about everything leading up to it, because we're so in the now, we're so in our feelings that we forget all the amazing things that we've been through, all the amazing ways that we've triumphed in the past. Gratitude is simply a shift in your perspective to see the good in your life. The more you focus on what you have to be grateful for, the better you feel about your life. And instead of pitying yourself or feeling like the victim, just keeping yourself in that low state, gratitude truly is an immediate immediate way to flip the script, to shift that perspective, to start to raise your vibration and to raise your energy so that you have more hope, you have more life and more light in your life. And that energy will attract more positivity and positive opportunities to you. So it's all about shifting the energy and using gratitude as a key to begin shifting your energy. No matter what you're going through in life right now, I want you to remember that this is not the end. Everything is going to be okay. You will make it through this hump in life. You will make it through this phase. I love the quote, everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Comment down below which one was your favorite reminder that I shared today. A quick plug to check out our new 2024 Artist of Life workbook if you haven't already. It is a guided journal to help you plan your most intentional and successful year in 2024. It's the favorite thing that I've ever created and it's changed so many lives. So I'll leave the link down below if you want to check it out. All right, sending you so much love and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.